A conservative nonprofit is pushing back against chief executives launching an ad campaign to fight what it calls woke capitalism. That ship, I think, might have sailed. Eamon Javers joins us now with the CNBC exclusive. The horse is out of the barn. Toothpaste is out of the tube. Can't put Humpty Dumpty back together again, Eamon. This is here to stay. I see it every day, everywhere.
Yeah, and Joe, well, look, this group in particular says that they want to force companies to reconsider some of the political stances they've taken over the past year. And what they're doing is launching what they say is a 7-figure ad campaign, launching it today. This is going to be just north of $1 million in spending overall. They're going to be sharply critical of the CEOs of American Airlines, Coca-Cola, and Nike. The whole campaign is designed to force companies to reconsider some of these political stances that they've taken. The ads are going to run on CNBC, Fox Business, and local stations in the cities where these companies are headquartered. The nonprofit group behind it all is Consumers Research. They say they're not going to disclose the financing of this program, so we don't know who's spending all this money. Take a look at one of these ads. These feel very much like political campaign ads. They're going to criticize American Airlines CEO Doug Parker for high pay at a time of layoffs and taxpayer bailouts. They're going to target Coca-Cola CEO James Quincy over obesity in America. They're going to criticize Nike CEO John Donahoe over allegations of forced labor in China. Yesterday, I talked to the leader of this group, and I asked him what message he's trying to get across here. Here's what he had to say.
Increasingly, they're taking positions on legislation that has nothing to do with their business. And this is at the same time that the quality of their products and services is going down. They've taken their eye off the ball.
Now, the flashpoint here is these voting rights laws in Texas and in Georgia in particular. American Airlines had this to say about their position. They said, as a Texas-based business, we must stand up for the rights of our team members and customers who call Texas home and honor the sacrifices made by generations of Americans to protect and expand the right to vote. So a real flashpoint issue here, Joe. This group trying to turn the debate around a little bit, or at least give some of these CEOs something else to think about in terms of pushback from the right, as opposed to the criticism that might get from the left for not acting here. So the CEOs very much caught in the middle, Joe.
Those are some sticky points. Obesity and Coke. I can think of some others. A lot of companies that do a lot of business in China is another. And so that's going for the jugular with some of these, pointing out some of the hypocrisy. And we all know we're all part of the same hypocrisy, right, Senator? Godfather too, Eamon, but think it applies. Never think it applies to my family.
I just rewatched that the other day. It holds up.
Oh, doesn't it?
Look, I mean,
Pacino.
The idea here, it really does. It really does. Look, the idea here is that you're going after these companies on sort of unrelated issues, right? You talk about obesity in children and that sort of thing. I mean, that's not really related to the Flashpoint voter rights issue here. But when you think about it, this is sort of a welcome to the NFL kind of a moment. You know, if you're going to engage in politics, you might start to see people treating you like a political figure, which we haven't normally seen with CEOs in this country. And you're going to get these sort of negative Oppo-style ads running against you. Yeah. And then, of course, making the point that, you know, you're willing to talk about politics here in the United States, but how come you're not willing to talk about political abuses in China?
You got that guy's phone number, Eamon?
And suspiciously quiet around that.